baby 6 years ago. I've been to the first sort of meetings. I haven't been to the first meeting of Language Mixer, but I think I've been to the second and sort of like go on. I'm a friend of the founder of Aliyah. I'm a friend of Aituar, Nilay, so I'm really happy to be here. I can tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 31. I live in Astana. I used to live in Almaty. I think that's it about me. We're just going to talk. We're just going to basically have a conversation just to practice. We're going to. Hi there. Sorry, there's my husband in the background. So yeah, we are going to talk about relationships today because next week, as you know, there's St. Valentine's Day, and I don't know how you feel about it. It's not, not everybody loves it, but we're just going to be talking about relationships in general, not only with your romantic partners, but relationships with friends, with your family, with maybe your colleagues. So this is the topic, and we'll try to use some sort of expressions and idioms. But before we start, maybe everyone can introduce themselves, and when you do that, if you want, you can answer the question, what do you want to be in your relationships? Like, how do you want people to perceive you? Like, for example, I can talk about myself. I want to be honest in like my relationships. I want to, do my best in having really candid conversations with people. It's really important for me. So that's being honest is one of my values. So I try to do that. So what do you want to be perceived as in your relationships? So if you can introduce yourself, and there is a table here, if you can see it, maybe you can pick words from here. Maybe we can start with Aituar.
Well, sure, Gaukhar. Well, I suppose, I don't see the question, the word here, but I want to be perceived as a sincere person. Mm-hmm. So a person who is, I suppose, can show the emotions and their thoughts quite well without any problems, and can understand a partner as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
I'm working in IT field.
Okay, that sounds really complicated, but thank you. We can, we can do volunteers, or I don't know, how do you guys, or I can appoint people. Yerlan, maybe you can tell us about yourself.
I'm a seller.
You're a seller?
Yeah, I have my own shop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my own little business. So I'm working there. About that, what kind of person am I? Yeah, I'm about the social person. I'm social or not social. Yeah, you were talking about it. Yeah, you were asking. Mm-hmm. So, in relationship with other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said right in English. Okay, so
Yeah, you're suitable.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, thank you. So, before I wasn't so social person. Nowadays I see that I found myself, so I'm trying to be so social person, and I like more listening to other people when they saying about them. Yeah. And what can I say else? And I forgot saying some word in English because my vocabulary is not rich. Okay, I'm saying right. Okay, it's the direct translation from Russian.
No, it's all right. We're just practicing here, so it's fine.
Okay.
No, but
Yeah.
I can say that you're a very sociable person because you're the only one like speaking like ever. You know, we've started
Before I was a social person. No social. What I'm saying, a social person. I'm the sociable. Yeah, it's sociable in Russian. Okay, общительный. Yeah, it's a sociable. Yeah, I'm saying right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sociable. Я правильно говорю, да?
Yeah, it makes total sense. And I think especially considering the fact that you work in sales, I think it's really great sort of thing. And I think most people who work in sales, they have like great skills, like people skills. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Juan.
Okay, thank you.
Who wants to introduce themselves? Sultanat, maybe?
Hello, everybody. My name is Sultanat. About my opinion about to be or not to be sociable, I think it depends on situation. If person, it depends on situation and depends on team. If I don't understand or maybe not so close that team, I can't discuss about it. I mentioned not to be so to be sociable.
Okay.
Not to be. I don't like to be so stupid. I don't like people who more talkative but don't understand. Don't deeply understand that team.
Okay, that makes sense. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
My name is Sultanat. I am IT developer of banking system. And, I have children, 3 children, and I desire to learn English.
Okay.
So I came here to join your. I am first joined this online talkative speaking class.
Welcome. It's great to have you. And you guys are in really complicated jobs like sales, IT development. It's just something really fancy. But yes, and on top of that, you've got 3 children. Oh my God, how do you do that? But yeah, it's a topic. You know, it's a separate conversation that you and I should have. But thank you, Agit.
Okay.
No, please go on. You wanted to tell something?
Yes, I want to ask when will be not online, offline meeting?
I think that's a question to Aituar. Aituar, maybe, I don't know. Usually they give updates at the end of the session, but just jump in now. When is the next offline session?
Sultan, we plan to have offline session at February 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sultanat. Who else wants to introduce themselves? Guys, don't be shy. You know, we're not teachers. We're not, giving any grades. So you can just speak freely. Ayan, do you want to introduce yourself? Although we can't hear you. Like, I think there's something wrong with your microphone. Can anybody hear Ayan, or is it just me?
How can I do that?
Oh, yes, now I can hear you now.
It's actually first time using this app, so I don't understand properly how to use it. Does anybody see me now?
There, yes. Great.
So,
just introduce yourself.
Am I online?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my name is Ayan. I'm salesman. We sell video games actually.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, and I finished actually my education is medical education. I am therapist, but just it depends where I work. And that's it. I like watching movies. Now I'm learning Japanese. Actually, right now I'm learning Japanese. What else? I'm a member. I was I was a member of Toastmasters Club years ago. And what else can I say?
What do you want to be in your relationships? Like, you know, do you want to be, I don't know, maybe someone with a good sense of humor, or what is important for you in relationships? Like, you want people to see Ayan as whom?
Okay. If it's about relationship with anyone, right? Not only a relationship with a woman, I mean, romantic relationship. Well, I think that the main thing is honesty. I mean, you have to be honest. Even if your words or actions can hurt somebody, but actually you're honest. Don't be a fake. I hate fake people, fake smile, fake actions, and fake words. That means honesty is everything actually for me.
All right, thank you so much, Ayan. It's great to have you. And it seems like honesty is a very popular choice today. So people, you know, want to be perceived as honest people in relationships, and I think it's really important. Thank you. It's great to have you, and I'm really amazed by how well-rounded people today are. You know, medicine, Japanese, selling video games. It's, you know, you guys are really, you know, interesting people to talk to. So I'm really glad we're all here tonight. Okay, who else do we have? Maybe Nurgul to introduce.
Okay,
herself.
let me introduce myself. My name is Nurgul. I'm 35 years old. I was born in Semih, but now I live in Almaty. I'm married. I have one kid. I was graduate from the university, and I work at the university. My work experience account 10 years. That's all.
Do you teach at university, or are you in the?
Yes, I'm a teacher.
Oh, great. What subject do you teach?
IT, information system.
What if like IT people, maybe we should do like a startup, like maybe like
IT conference.
IT and language mixer or something. I'm not in IT, so it's just a silly suggestion, but thank you. And thank you, Gideon. It's really great to have you. What do you want to be in your relationships? Like, what is important for you? Hey, Gideon, are you there?
Hi, Gideon. My name is Nurgul.
Oh, sorry, Nurgul. Sorry, Nurgul. I'm really sorry.
I want to improve my English.
Okay. When you think about relationships, like what do you like want to be, as in like what's important for you in relationships? Like, do you want to be perceived as someone, let's say, serious because you're teaching at a university, or do you want to be?
Yes, teaching at the teaching university, and I want to travel.
Okay. So in relationships, it's important for you sort of to travel, maybe to travel with ones. All right, that's a really good.
As a traveler, you have to be talkative, I think. I'm sorry, but I'm giving you advice.
No, that's great. I think, yeah, it's really good to have like good social skills and good people skills when you travel, because that can sort of like open opportunities for you. Thank you so much, Nurgul. Do we have anyone who hasn't introduced themselves? Just jump in.
Me.
Gaukhar is I get him.
Yes, my name is Agirim, and I'm from Almaty. I'm a student at the university. Then my specialty is very close to English, but I'm shy about it, that my English is not good as I want to be. So last days I actively participate in such sessions, online or offline. So I want to improve my English speaking skills, listening skills. Then I plan to pass IELTS exam. In relationship, I appreciate when in any relationship, I appreciate when people respect each other. Among friends or some others. I think I'm a person like introverts, so it's hard to me to find someone to, when I can open myself and to be close. So I try to be more sociable and friendly with people. That's all, I think.
Thank you, Agirim. I think that's really good. What I really like about questions about relationships, I think most people are looking for kind of the same things. I think people really value honesty, being open, being, just really respecting like other people. So good luck with your upcoming IELTS exam. I don't know when are you going to sit it. I sat mine a long time ago, but I remember preparing for it was really stressful. So please, join the conversations. Thank you, Agirim. Do we have anyone else who wants to introduce yourself? I don't know, like maybe some people joined just to listen. I don't think that's very productive, but if you guys are shy, that's fine. But if you want to speak, please do. This is a friendly environment, and we're happy to listen to you and to discuss things. Whose turn is it? I can just keep talking myself if you want, but that won't be a good idea.
Well, Gaukhar, there was also another Agirim, I think, but I don't know if he has spoken or not, because we have two Agirim in participants list.
Okay, Agirim, the one who has not spoken just now.
It's me, yes.
Hi,
everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, hello again. Well, my name is Agirim too, and I'm part of Almaty Toastmasters Club. Well, regarding responding to your question, I would say that for me personally, one of the most important things in any relationships is respect, mutual assistance, understanding of each other, and trust. I guess that they are kind of basic concepts in any relationships, and we just should to follow them just to be just to keep the humanity inside us, let's say. And I'm joining Language Mixer for the first time. Actually, I'm very excited, and yes, want to first of all to practice my English as well as listening skills and to meet other guys. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Agirim. Yes, you just mentioned. I think we're all looking for basic things. I've noticed we have a lot of people from Toastmasters Club, so that's great. I was a part of Almaty Toastmasters as well, so I really love the idea of Toastmasters, and I'm currently in Astana Toastmasters. So high five to all the people practicing their public skills. Thank you, Aydirim. Do we have anyone else who hasn't spoken yet? I think everybody has, I think.
Yeah, looks like.
Okay. If not, please either like raise your hand or maybe just jump in now. Otherwise, we're moving to the next section of the meeting, the session. Okay, so as we're talking about relationship, I've just prepared a set of questions for us to discuss. Some of them are personal, but you don't have to answer in a personal way. So you're just going to choose questions from different categories. So think of it as a trivia game, but we're not sort of looking at your intelligence. We're just practicing English and some phrases. So I don't know if you can see the slides. Can you guys see the table?
Yeah, we can see.
We've got 33 questions, and basically, you know, there's a question sort of inside the emoji. So we're going to discuss it. So who wants to start? We have 4 categories. We have dating, marriage, relationship with family, relationship with friends. You can choose any category. You don't have to be married to choose from that categories. All the questions are quite, you know, general. So if you can even think of your alter ego, you can answer in any way you want. We're just practicing English here. So we'll start with
the question.
Well, let's start.
I'll tell you the questions when you pick the number.
Dating, first one, 2.
Okay, dating.
Let's
2.
start from the beginning.
Okay. The question is, what do you think? Like, what are red flags for you on a first date?
Red flags on a first date. Well, there's a lot of red flags, right? So, for example, red flags, she does look totally different from how she looks on a photo, right? That's the first thing. She's totally different. She's maybe more weight, less weight, doesn't matter. First red flag. Second red flag, for me, it's just for me. I like to speak in English, in any language, so Kazakh, Russian, and English. And if she doesn't understand English, that's a problem for me. I don't know why, but that's really a problem, because you know, even everyday life, speaking in Kazakh or speaking in Russian, I can use English words, so even phrases. That's why it's important for me. If I'm going to looking for a serious relationship, it does matter. It really matters. If someone can understand me, how can we connect and everything? And third, what can I say? Intelligence. How she can understand me? Do we have a certain type of specific subjects that we can talk with, connect with? I mean, that's actually for everyone. For me, yeah, it looks and English. If both of these things are not there, so it's totally red flag.
Okay, thank you so much, Ayan. I think you were answering a bit different, you know, to a question that was a bit different. You were describing your kind of like the partner you're looking for, and there's like red flags are usually some things that are like, you know, that can signal something either dangerous or they have like negative connotations. Well, it's fine, you know, not speaking English can be a red flag to you, but in
looks, what about looks? Maybe you talk with her only on social network, and after you met her, she does look totally different. Does it? It does, right? It's a red flag.
Well,
why not?
Thing, yeah, I think photo thing is a red flag.
What about you? Well, for example, your date. The guy tells us that he's, I mean, 6 foot tall, and you go there and he's maybe 5 foot 2 inches, and like, what? You said I thought you were 6 foot tall. I mean, the same thing.
No, I agree with you. I think the being
I think it's in our country as usual. Yeah, the red flag.
all right. Does anyone want to jump in and answer maybe the same question? Like for me, usually like the red flags I think would be like on a first date, maybe like if a guy is really rude to waiters, it's something like okay, it's
No.
or like,
no.
you know,
Being rude to waiters, it's a bit. I think it's not good for you. You know, you have to be a respectable person. You have to respect other people, I think.
yes, I agree, but you can't really understand that on a first date. So you're looking for
on first date, yeah.
Yeah.
First date, yeah.
So like red flags are like some like signals that can tell you that okay, maybe something is wrong. So this is an expression that we can use, and it's actually used a lot, especially when we talk about dating. So yeah, things are like the signs. Okay, maybe not looking like your picture can be a red flag. So maybe the person wants to be perceived as someone else, like usually prettier, taller. Yeah, being rude. Of course, it like deep down inside it means respect, but initially you can't really understand that on a first date. So you're kind of looking for signs. What do you guys think? Aituar, do you have any red flags that you like might notice on the first date?
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny when I just remember the TV show when there's a character who always checks out after they finish a meal, and then whether or not she reaches for the bill. I mean, of course, I mean, he will pay, but he wants that sort of gesture if she just wants to know, for example, the price or something like that. I mean, I just remembered this scene from How I Met Your Mother. But for me, it's actually, I think, about just not being too much on the phone and just not being rude here. Okay. Those are like...
Anyway, who's going to be rude on the first day, right? It's kind of...
I mean, anything can happen, you know, people are different.
Like even small things, I think usually like red flags are like small things. Obviously, like if someone is super rude, that's a huge red flag. But usually there's small things. But I think enough about red flags. We have like...
Okay, Gaukhar, tell me your red flags from your experience. I mean, years ago when it was a perfect red flag, but it's not that much. I mean, red flag that you do not see it as rude, but it just got to you. That he does something to you that you don't like. Maybe he just I don't know, use a spoon in other ways. He can use chopsticks, maybe.
I think for me, like I think looking at the telephone a bit too much and not listening. You know, like sometimes when you talk to a person and it feels like, you know, the person is not really listening to you, but rather is waiting to respond. And I've had that experience when, you know, you're having a conversation and the other person is just, you know, is ready to like reply. And I think it's, you know, it could be a negative thing. Well, you know, in future. But okay, enough about me. Who else wants to pick a question?
Can I, please?
Of course, I get him. Please go ahead.
So let's take relationship with family box and number 22.
Okay, 22. Okay, let me just okay, sorry. 22. Do you agree that blood is thicker than water? Do you know this expression?
What do
What does it mean?
There's a tip.
I'm not sure.
Sorry.
Could you please explain it?
Sorry, there's a tip here, but my presentation is a bit stuck. Basically, let me just wait for it to respond. But blood is thicker than water. It's actually, there is an expression like this in Russian as well. It means that your relationship with family is more important than your relationship with other people. Basically, for example, I think it was in this sentence, let's say your brother your sibling is about to get married and your best friend is about to get married, and you're thinking, well, I'm going to go to my brother's wedding because blood is thicker than water. It essentially means that your family is more important than other people. Do you agree with that? Even if, you know, your relationship isn't that great, it's just the family bonds are stronger.
That's actually a very good question.
Here it is.
Probably I more agree with this expression because, well, in my humble opinion, there is no one closer in the world more than your blood like siblings, because you know, friends, they are friends, and siblings, they are siblings anyway, no matter how kind of relationships do you have with them. I mean, like tough relationships or friendly relationships. You should remember that basically you were born from the same parents, or like you have like one mother or one father for okay, like one mother or one father. But I guess yes, I more agree with this expression, and I'll try to explain why. Because I guess why generally people blood siblings have tough relationships between each other, because they can't hear each other and they can't listen to each other. It's actually when we go to psychology, sometimes our ego is put on the first position, and we forget about people who surround us. We forget that they are vulnerable too, and we just forget about, again, our let's say main mission in this world, just to spread kindness to everyone who surrounds us. And this truth actually lies in every kind of relationships that I mentioned at the very beginning of our meeting. So yes, I guess no matter what, your blood siblings will be always the closest people to you, and you should just how to say, to enjoy yours, that you have siblings, that you are not alone in this huge world, like many orphans, yes, so who actually suffering from this harsh life, let's say, yes, to just to tell them the truth. And yes, I wanted to say that blood matters. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Thank you so much. But what I wanted to clarify is this expression is not only related to your siblings, so it can also be related to your other family members. So you can say the blood is thicker than water when you talk about your parents or like versus your colleagues, let's say. But yeah, in generally, I agree. Okay. Although I think that my friends are my chosen family as well. So I tend to think of them that, you know, I'm stuck with them for the rest of my life. Anyway, thank you. Who wants to choose to pick a question? We've got 31 questions left. I don't know. Aituar, maybe?
Yeah, I just was waiting. Maybe somebody wants to. But yes, sure. Relationship with friends. 30.
Sorry. Tak 30. Okay. Sorry. The tip is here. Is having friends in high places important for you? I think you've seen the tip, but yeah, I'll try to sort of.
No, I kind of, but I haven't seen the full passage. I think no. I mean, well, for me, friends are like interesting. I think most of my friends are all in a sort of same kind of area. I mean, my friends are those with whom I study in school. I mean, like my close friends, and we don't explicitly have like people in high places or something like that. I mean, actually, I even just don't want to think about it. I mean, we even have one friend who's trying like to be sort of something like that in one place, but for us, he's just the same like others. So we actually just don't even don't think about it. It's just because you've been friends for so long, and yeah, I guess it's not like too important. I mean, for me.
No, that totally makes sense. As you said in the beginning of the session, you said honesty, like sincerity, is really important for you. I definitely know people who want friends in high places, because I live in Astana. It's sort of like a lot of people work for the government and like national companies, and like I've seen people who want to befriend, you know, people in high places, and that means essentially, if you don't know this phrase, that means somebody who has power, somebody who has influence. So friends in high places usually are wealthy. They are from a different social class. So, you know, let's say for me, having, you know, Queen Elizabeth as my friend would be like having a friend in high places. So yeah, we're trying to, like, I don't know if you like understood it, but we're trying to sort of have a conversation and also use some like phrases about relationships. So hopefully that's making sense. But thank you, Eduard. We have a lot of questions, so feel free to jump in. Please be active. You know, nobody's judging anyone. It's fine if you want friends in high places. If you want like to be friends with the President of the United States, that's fine. I won't judge you.
Okay, can I choose?
Of course, of course.
Dating.
Dating, which number? Number 2 is gone.
Number 2 is gone. Okay. 5.
Okay, number 5. 5. What do you think? Is it better to wait for Mr. or Mrs. Right, or stop looking for a perfect partner? Do you know? Do you know what Mr. Right or Mrs. Right is?
Mr. Right, that person who, the ideal person, yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, the ideal.
I'm right?
Yes, yes. 100%.
Ideal person, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm a little busy now. I'm just starting my conversation, but I told that I am at work.
Oh,
yeah, can I continue after in 5 minutes?
Okay.
Okay,
we'll
sorry.
reserve a question for you. Guys, if you don't mind, we'll reserve that question for Yerlan. Maybe somebody else can choose a different question. Nurgul.
Can I pick up the question?
Of course, of course.
Or I can step down for another volunteer, because I already took one.
We have time, so you can choose a question and then we can have a volunteer.
Okay, thanks. Then let's talk about marriage.
Okay, which number?
The question number 17.
17. Okay, 17. Okay, here's a similar question. Describe your soulmate.
Okay. Soulmate is, well, soulmate, it is your, like, the best friend, yeah? The person who understands you better than other ones.
Well, yeah, soulmate is just, well, I think of a soulmate as someone in a romantic way. It's similar to sort of like Mr. Perfect for you, like somebody, like I understand the sort of feeling that you can be soulmates with your friends, but I generally think of this word as in a romantic way. I don't know how about you guys, but you can answer in any way you choose.
Okay, if our topic today is in particular on love, yes, on relationships, I'll try to be closer to relationships field. I mean, dating and so on. So for me, soulmate is a person who tries to understand me, to hear me, and to listen to my voice sometimes. And moreover, soulmate should respect me, because I guess that any relationships, respect is quite integral, inevitable part. And for me, a soulmate is also someone who will be next to me during my hard times. I mean, not like next to me in direct meaning. How to say it right? I don't know. I mean, this someone who will support me and like express the words of support when I'll be quite upset, let's say. And soulmate is also someone who like disadvantages, like bad qualities that you have, because nobody's perfect in this world. We just should try to do our best to perceive people as they are. So I hope that I answered this question. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I'm here. I didn't want to interrupt your conversation. So,
Yes.
what did I miss?
Sorry, Irwan, if you just wait for like 30 seconds, I just wanted to add something. So from what I understood, I get him, you're looking for a person to be there for you. So I think that'd be a good expression, to be there for your difficult situation. And also, from what you said, I think a good expression would be, you're not looking for a fair weather friend. Do you guys know what a fair weather friend is? Does anybody have an idea?
Like
Maybe
the
it's like,
person who is next to you only in your good times. Like
Yes,
this?
exactly. Like it literally means that, you know, when the weather is good, when the conditions are good, the person is there for you. And when, you know, you have some difficulties, that person is gone. So you're looking for someone who's there for you. So yeah, I totally echo that. I think that's, you know, that's essentially what a soulmate, you know, is for me. Okay, Yerlan, let's go back to your question. Do you think it's better to wait for Mrs. Right, or do you think you should stop looking?
Before, I always thought that the waiting is the Mrs. Right. It's good. You have to looking for such a person. But nowadays, I think no, it's not good. You know, it's when you're looking for someone like this. Okay, I mean that Mrs. Right. The Mrs. Right is the Mr. Right. I think. No, I think it's a bad idea to looking for the Mrs. Right. No, don't wait. Don't waste your time for this. I think no.
Yes, I think you can miss like many opportunities.
Just do it. Can't you? Go ahead.
You can miss a really good person who can become your soulmate if you're like looking for someone.
Soulmate. Describe my soulmate. Yeah, I can say about my best friend.
I'm sorry. That was
no. Soulmate. Yeah.
We already answered the question. Thank you, Yerlan. I agree with you. I think sometimes it's better to stop looking for Mr. Perfect or Mr. Right and just, you know, look around. So yeah, whoever's single, if I don't know if anyone's single, you don't have to disclose that information, but yeah, just a tip from Yerlan. Do we have any volunteers?
Hi guys. Hello, Gaukhar. Happy to see you.
Great to hear you.
I just joined. Yeah. So let's try. May I choose relationship with family? And maybe 24.
Okay.
What that key means.
24. Oh, that's a good question. What is a happy family?
I think that in all kind of relationships, the key to be happy is to not judge your partner, and to not, not only judge, but to take the way as she or he is. So don't say like, don't look for the negative sides, but take the positive sides, and for example, in my family, the key of our happiness, I think, is that we try to close our eyes for our negative sides, because everyone has it, and try to make each other happy and just celebrate the life. I think take easy. I mean, the stuff. Taking easy.
I agree with you. I think this is such a good like answer to sort of to how like have good relationships in general, not only in your family. I think, you know, just trying to concentrate on good things and maybe kind of like ignore the bad things sometimes could be a good idea. So yeah, I agree with you. Thank you. Oh wow, we're so happy.
Thank you. Yeah, long time to not speaking English. I mean, about 3 or 4 years. That's why I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do we have any more volunteers? I'm sorry guys for all the noises. My husband and my son are trying to have dinner in the background.
Oh, that's so cute.
Guys, don't be shy. We're just talking here. I can appoint people if you want. Nurgul, maybe you want to pick a question. Do you want to? I don't know if Nurgul is here. Maybe she's busy. Dana? It's okay, guys. If you're busy, it's fine. I don't know. Maybe we should.
And your answer you may be just very short.
Yeah,
for you to answer a question, it shouldn't be like 1 or 2 minutes. It can be even 10 seconds. So
yeah,
it is okay.
So don't be afraid. If you don't understand the question, I can explain it. We can all discuss it. We can all chip in ideas. So, you know, don't be afraid.
I want to answer. For 18th.
Did you say 18?
Yes.
18. Okay. Okay. 18. Do you have someone in your family who followed your parents' or grandparents' footsteps? Do you know this expression? To follow someone's footsteps. It's very easily sort of like, it can be translated easily into Russian. It essentially means, especially in terms of career, let's say if your parents are doctors and you choose to be a doctor.
Yes, I understand. And I have example of it because my aunt, teacher, and my mother also teacher of primary school, and I am studying to the teacher, for the teacher, and I think that, and also one aunt in my family also teacher of literature, so we have family of teachers, because in my family we have my parents have stereotype like teachers and doctors have work in any way, and they have money, so it is one of the specialties that also suits to girls. So I chose this profession, and I like my profession. That to be teacher is good and useful for our society, or for me, for my family also.
Of course, I agree. I think being a teacher is a very noble profession. I have many teachers on my dad's side of the family. And on the other side of the family, we have a lot of people who worked for the railroad. So yeah, I have a few sort of relatives who followed their parents' footsteps. But thank you. I think it's great. I think it's also great to have many doctors or lawyers in your family. What do you guys think?
Yes, I think so.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do we have any other volunteers? We have many questions, guys. I can't remember which ones were already chosen, but hop in, jump in. Aituar, do you want to have another go?
Can I?
Of course. Yeah. Aituar, sorry, you're next.
Maybe 31.
Sorry, did you say 31?
Yes.
31. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a good question. How easy it is for you to make friends?
How easy it isn't to make friends for me, because I'm a person who is, if I make a friend with, get in touch with someone, I will not, I will be friend with him or her very long time, and I'm a very like привязывать, как будет?
You're very attached to certain people. Yeah.
Yes, very attached to someone, and then I cannot just let her or him gone if our ways is just like our ways is differentiated, so it is very, very difficult for me.
All right. Thank you. No, I think it's really good. Maybe you're like one of the you're the type of a person who really sort of like enjoys sort of quality in your friendship rather than quantity. So I'm assuming you have a few friends, but you're very loyal to them.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, that's great. I think that's what we're looking for in friendships. Well, at least I value sort of long-term friendships. All right, Aituar, do you want to pick a question? Which category do you want?
Sure. Well, let's try dating. Maybe number 8.
Okay, number 8. Oh, wait, I forgot. Okay, number 8. Move in together or not? Okay. You understand the question. Let's say I'll put you in a hypothetical situation. So you're dating this girl and she's great. You're like, you guys are in love. Like, move in together or not?
Well, I mean, if you, in that situation, if I think that it is time, sure. I mean, I think this could be sort of a way to actually see a person, not just only like for some time, but actually living together, because when you live together, you sort of make some, how to say, compromises. Mm-hmm. And there could be some cases that you may not like, maybe, and that's why this way the partners will have to share. So they don't have to sort of be quiet about it. They should be more like, I mean, open, but open and I guess I'm not forgiving, but open, but like understanding. So, and I think if the person is right and it's enough time, then yes, move in is good.
Yeah, that's great. I agree with you. It's really important to sort of, to look at the person in a different setting, because I'll tell you a story about my parents. When my parents got married almost 40 years ago, they got married, obviously they moved in together, and my dad, he took my mom's scissors without asking for her permission, the kind of like the nice gentle ones for like manicures. like when he did that, she cried. She thought, well, these are my things. Why are you touching my things? And it was really like they were married. And well, obviously my dad, didn't expect her to be upset and to cry over such a small thing. But yeah, you can never, like, you'll never know how it's going to be. But yeah, I think for some people moving in together might be an option. I know people who are against it, like especially in our culture, a lot of like parents, especially like, oh no, like no moving in before you get married. But yeah, that's at least, there is an option, maybe not for everyone. All right, thank you, Eduard. We have a lot of questions, guys. I've worked on this like last night for like hours, so pick questions, guys.
And I see that you made even these icons and even made English catchphrases worth bold. So to make sure that we see the new word vocabulary.
Yeah, well, I can talk, alone. I can talk, just keep talking, but it's a practice session, so just enjoy.
Can I choose?
Who was first? Let's
I
ladies.
am.
Okay.
Yes, ladies first. Can I take the question number 19?
19. Okay, 19.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any siblings?
Oh.
If you do you get along with them?
Yeah, perfect questions to answer. Perfect question to answer, actually, because I have 4 siblings and I'm the eldest one in my family. And yes, I'm a bit bored with them. Okay, not bored. I'm lying, of course, I'm joking, but let's put jokes aside and tell you the truth. Okay, let it be. So siblings, yes, actually we get along with them very well, and I'm deeply grateful for that to my parents for our, let's say, appropriate upbringing, because we were brought up in like traditional kind of way. Since childhood we were taught that it's our duty to help each other, it's our duty to support each other, to love each other, and to try to understand as well, because actually all the questions are related to the family. Yeah, I'm thinking of such questions. So yeah, I mentioned before answering the previous question that for me siblings will be always on the first place for me. And no matter what happens, no matter what happened, yes, I will be next to them. And for instance, nowadays we are living in different cities. Unfortunately, they are quite far away from me, but despite everything, we try to keep in touch thanks to all the digital technologies and achievements of humans. We are in touch every day, and usually we just call each other, and we can ask advices from each other, and I find it perfect, like in family, because yes, for me, like siblings, the closest ones in this world. And I feel fortunate that I get along with my family so well, let's say that.
It's really great that you appreciate your siblings, because like I know some people who are from like huge families, and they especially if they're like the eldest, they're like, oh my god, like my parents treat the youngest like the better. I'm the youngest in my family, but I have only one sister, and my sister still thinks that our parents have been unfair to her.
You know, I thought that the youngest ones are like the most loved ones by parents, but actually the eldest ones, they take a special place in parents' hearts, because they are the first, the first in their life. So the emotions which our parents had treated me, they are like embedded for their memory for forever, because
that's 100% true, because
yes.
My sister and I were 6 years apart, and whenever she sort of like says, oh, like, our parents love you more, but I say, well, you had 6 years without me, and you were, the only kid in the family, so obviously, no, your firstborn is I have only one son. And obviously he's like super special to me. Even if we have another baby, obviously, you know, my firstborn is going to be super special for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have more questions. Some of the questions are not about family. I have like controversial questions about, especially about dating. So, but nobody's picking that category. Who wanted to volunteer? Jump in.
Me? Which one is controversial here in dating? You can choose it for me.
I can't
I'd
remember.
like to see it.
Well, I don't know, like, okay, maybe controversial.
Okay.
How about number 4?
Let's try it out.
Okay. Number 4. Do you know what's like Singles Day is? Like 11th of November?
Oh, no.
Like okay. Okay, not many people have heard about it, but apparently there is a Singles Day as opposed to St. Valentine's Day. So St. Valentine's Day is next week, is on the 14th of February. And many people are upset about it because not everybody is in a relationship. And I remember when I was single, I was really frustrated with all the flowers, with like all the hearts, like everyone who's in a happy relationship, and I was single. So apparently there was a day for people like me. It's on 11th of November. It's 11th, and apparently it's really popular in China. Do you think we should have a special like day for single people or not? What do you think about it?
Maybe not. So they can find their soulmates faster. Because if you're gonna make it, I don't know what I'm going to do in that single day. Go to a bar and have a drink. That's it. Or you're going to just, who is single today? Maybe women, girls, and men. Boys and girls, maybe they gather somewhere in a bar and just maybe try to find their soulmate at that place until the next February. Maybe if it's for that reason, maybe yes, but most of it we're just going to get drunk and do nothing with it. I think it's miserable day, so I'm against it now.
Okay. Okay. No, I don't actually think I agree because not everybody wants to be in a relationship. So I think we can validate people who want to be single and they're happy. So like, you know, not everybody wants to be married. Not everybody wants to be in a relationship. So I think I would appreciate Singles Day. I don't know, like maybe, okay, maybe I'm this.
Well, the question is, what are they gonna do in that day? I mean, in every
home and be happy about it, and you don't have to look at other people's, you know, soulmates.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
About it? Yeah. Do people celebrate this day in United States? Maybe in.
I don't know, but I think it's getting more and more popular. Yeah, I've seen some.
Popular, yeah.
I've seen some discounts on that day, like from Americans.
They gather together somewhere in cafe. Maybe they celebrate it, yeah, together. Maybe I don't know, but
yeah,
no.
I don't know what. Like I don't know.
If they do like this, I think that can it be the single? If they gather together and they can have the relationship, it's the possible between the people. I think it's how can it be possible to celebrate this day? Yeah, I think. Okay, of course, celebrating the Valentine's Days. Of course, we can understand it. Okay, it's and everybody understands it. Okay, so but celebrating this day, how can the? I just don't understand it. Okay, so yeah, of course, I respect your choosing that you do you like this day? That's the 11th of November single day, yeah, of course. But it's so interesting that do the people celebrate it in the world?
I think it's getting more popular, but I guess I'm in the minority. When I was single, I would have appreciated the day that validates my status. Like, you know, like I certainly feel that you don't have to be in a relationship to be happy, but maybe you guys, you know, maybe you guys think different, and that's fine. We sort of like, this is a friendly atmosphere. We respect everyone's opinion. Aituar, do we have more time or do we have to wrap up?
We have time until 8:15. Actually, I think I see Nilay from participants list.
Oh,
Nilay?
Nilay. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Nilay.
Can you see me?
Yes,
I
we
cannot
can.
see myself. How are you?
We are doing
I
very
mi-
well. How are you?
Yes, I miss you guys. Now I'm walking around and try to connect. How are you doing? Thank you for your lesson, Gaukhar.
Oh, thank you for joining. Are you in Istanbul?
No, I'm in Munich.
Oh, nice.
Yes, already.
Say hi to all the Germans.
Thank you. Okay, I will say. Okay, just like.
Nila, do you want to answer the question, or are you
Yes,
too?
yes.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
I would love to.
We have we have 4 categories: dating, marriage, relationship with family, and relationship with friends. You can pick a category first.
Relationship with family.
Okay,
No.
with family.
With family will be great. Yes, I thought.
Can I choose a question for you?
Of course.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, your son is about to get married, but he wants to marry Juliet, and you have bad blood with the Capulets. What to do?
Oh my God. Actually, first of all, I try to get some, show my respect. And then I can try to search for another girl. How is she's suitable for my boy? And then I don't know. It depends on the situation, I guess. But maybe first of all, I would think that don't you think that it's too early, especially for your age? You are, for example, under 30, and you have to do something else before marriage. For example, let's go somewhere else that you want to visit. I want to convince him, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So I guess respecting Romeo's choice is not an option for life.
Yes, I don't have any children. Maybe that's why I cannot think properly.
Okay. No.
What about you, Gaukhar? You have son. What would you think?
Well, it's really difficult to say. Like, bad blood basically, well, for people who don't know what that is means that there is hatred among like people. So let's say Montagues in Romeo and Juliet and the Capulets, they had bad blood. So basically they've killed, each other's like relatives and everything. So I think that's a serious sort of situation, but I want to think that I would respect my son's decision. I would say, well, whomever you want to marry, you can. And well, it's difficult for me to say because my son is only 2, but I want to think that I will be able to do that. But let's see how it goes.
Let's see. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Nilay. We're so happy to see you.
Yes, I'm happy to see you.
Okay, we still have some more time for questions if anyone wants to have a go.
Let me try maybe dating and 6.
Dating 6. Okay.
How do you feel about Valentine's Day? I feel good, and I also want to support you about previous question. I would love celebrate 11th of November as well as happy Saint Valentine's Day, because I think if you're happy as in a single way, you can be happy with your partner as well. So when I was a child in school, I mean in primary school and in high school, I loved this 14th of February because even my girlfriends and friends, everyone were used to give each other открытки. How to say the cards?
Valentine cards.
Valentine cards, yeah. And it was very sweet. Some of them I still have. And it was very fun for us. But for now, it's also a good tradition. I mean, there is no special day to celebrate the love. You can celebrate it every day, but in that day, especially, I love that everywhere is has beautiful decorations, and you have some feel. You have some I don't know. Сейчас, Оленчика, you have some great настроение, how to say, mood, and yeah, and I feel good about this day.
Thank you so much. Yes, I think I feel similar. I like St. Valentine's Day, although I think my husband always tells us, oh, we're Kazakhs, we should celebrate Khozakurpeshin Bayan Sulu's Day, but we never remember about that day. I think it's in April, but yeah, but at the same time, I feel like all those holidays are just trying to sort of make us buy some stuff. So like my husband and I have been together for 6 years, and it's just like there's so many holidays, and every time we're thinking, okay, so like what do we want? We're practical people, so we don't like surprises. So we want like stuff from our wish lists, and it's just so many holidays, and you have to think, okay, what do I want? But maybe we should be more romantic. Okay, Aituar, shall we go on with questions, or are we good for now? I don't know.
I mean, if there's a volunteer, we can have a last question, and I suppose that when we'll wrap up session.
Okay. Do we have another volunteer?
Where's the most controversial question? I'd like to listen to see it. Somebody choose it.
I don't know what's controversial for you. Okay, number 7, I think. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. What would you tell a friend if he or she has been stood up? We're talking about dating. Do you know that what's being stood up is?
No. Being stood up.
Being stood up on a date means that a person that you've arranged a date with hasn't turned up, hasn't come, and you're just sitting there in a coffee shop, lonely. The girl isn't coming. She maybe forgot, maybe she did that intentionally, but you're sitting there like a fool for 40 minutes. All the waiters are looking for you, and they're kind of coming and saying, are you going to order anything? And you say, oh, I'm waiting for a girl. Yeah. Have you ever been in that situation? Okay, maybe that's too personal, but what would you say to a friend if he or she has been stood up? How would you console?
I would say just forget that. That's it. There's no other way. If she's not going to tell you, write you, or I think I would tell him the same thing if that happened like in less than an hour. She just, I have something else to do, or I mean, I don't have time for that, or something happened, and anything in that sense, I would tell her just stop it. There's no reason to continue that relationship, or just.
Well,
I mean, that's really rude. You know, you shouldn't do that in any sense of in any case.
No, yes, I agree. Standing up someone is very rude. Usually when we're talking about like being stood up or like standing someone up, like there's no relationship to begin with. It's just usually like a first or maybe a second date. But yeah, I think it's incredibly rude not to let someone, for example, if a person rearranges a date, that's another thing. But being stood up is really bad. Like, yeah, I've been there. I have to
I think that rearranging the date is bad.
different. It's different.
No, it's definitely bad too.
It's fine if you're rearranging. I think it's better.
No, if you're doing it, for example, if you're doing it, your date is tomorrow, right? You're calling, oh, something happened, I have to do, I don't have a time, or something happened with the job, or anything else, any reason, and saying, let's meet at other day, okay. But if you're calling, writing, and I mean, in less than an hour before your date, it's just, I don't have a word for that. That's it. But I think it's. I mean, what girls would do that? It's the same thing. It's just disrespectful
Okay.
at its highest, I think.
Okay. I don't know if it's just me or sometimes the sound was a bit off, but I think I managed to sort of hear what you meant. Yeah, no, definitely rearranging the last minute is not good. That's also could be potentially a red flag if like a person is rearranging all the time. You're thinking, okay, what is he or she busy with? That they're rearranging the dates all the time. So I think that could be a red flag. But yeah, being stood up is not nice. You don't do that to people if you're still in the dating area. And I hope that doesn't happen to you, or hope that didn't happen to you. Yeah, because it happens a lot. And it's really sort of, I think it's related to ghosting. I don't know if you've heard the phrase, but like ghosting, like disappearing after like you've met, or disappearing after a date. It's very sort of common to ghost, and it's not nice.
Well, it just tells you that it doesn't go well. I mean, well, what can you say? It just happened. But
yeah, you can
for example, woman is going to prepare for a date. I mean, 2 or 3 hours choosing outfit, makeup, and so on. And I can't imagine myself calling her and saying, "No, it's not going to happen." It's just, I don't know, boom, just unbelievable.
Yeah, thank you, Ayan, and everyone. I hope
it wasn't controversial, actually. It's nothing controversial, actually.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe it's not, but yeah, I think.
Is there anything even more hotter than this for other to answer?
I think we ran out of time. Eduardo, what do you think? I can think of more controversial questions, but we have to sort of think about everyone. I know like people usually aren't comfortable like answering personal questions, so I try to keep it safe.
So yeah, thank you, Gaukhar. Thank you, Gaukhar, very much. So many questions. I think you can use it maybe for some other time, maybe to repeat. So thank you very much for joining. I was actually thinking maybe let's have a group photo. I mean, if you can turn on your camera, let's remember today's session. Okay, so okay, I see Niwai, Gaukhar. Okay, Awa, Ayan. Okay, so who can do that? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you very much. And let's say big thanks to Gaukhar for hosting today's English session. It was wonderful, great speaking practice. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Gaukhar.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Gaukhar.
It was great to speak to everyone, and yeah.
Okay, goodbye. So I was so busy. I'm sorry. Bye. See you next.
Thank you. Great question.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Так, мы ушли. Ладно. So next week we're going to have English session as well.
You can. I think people are still here, or some of them at least.
Yeah. So we plan to have another English session. Preferably, I think it will be online.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, thank you.
Next week, it won't be me, so it probably will be more fun. So tune in next week.
Come on, Gaukhar.
On 22nd of February, Language Mixer is going to have an offline session. Fingers crossed. If everything goes well with Omicron and everything. So it's been lovely to speak to you guys, and have a nice week ahead. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Нет, надо